Hi everyone, Shaked Bartalis here. Ladies and gentlemen, yours and mine and everyone else out there, including Shuggy, my cat. The Carolina Panthers have dropped another game. Well, the record is now stand on the season 5-9. The Panthers lost at home to the Seattle Seahawks 30-24. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it's exactly the same story as to why the Panthers are keep losing games this season. Defense, terrible defense against the run, against the pass, and Kyle Allen keep making the same exactly stupid mistake again after again. Ladies and gentlemen, as a diehard Panthers fan, I'm fed up and I'm sick and tired of the excuse by Kyle Allen. I'm sick and tired of the excuse by the defense. The only saving grace, ladies and gentlemen, there is 2 more games left in this season. And the nightmare will be over. Because coming to the season, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest and upfront. Coming to the season, the expectation for the Carolina Panthers was, at the very least, make the playoff. If not, high expectation, NFC Championship game, even higher than that, Super Bowl contender. Serious Super Bowl contender. The Panthers had Cam Newton. Healthy Cam Newton. Unfortunately, Cam Newton suffered a Liz Frank injury week 2 game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And from there, it was downfall. The Panthers' defense coming to the season, they signed Gerald McCoy, who at times he looked pretty good, at other times he has played really bad. They had Dantari Poe, K1 Short. Both are an injury resolve. But let's be honest. Let's not make excuse. Who are playing, whoever the players who are playing, have to play better. There's no excuse. At the end of the day, guys are owning their paycheck. And if guys cannot tackle, if their effort is not good enough, then they shouldn't play. End of story. I really don't care what is the name on the back of the jersey say. I don't care about that. What I care is effort. And like I said, thanks God that we only have 2 games left with this regular season. Let me say it. I'm a Panthers fan, win, lose or tie. I'm a diehard fan. I went to the game today. I didn't buy the ticket. A nice gentleman provided the ticket for me for free, which I'm greatly appreciate of that. But even if he did not provide me the ticket, the free ticket, chances are I would have brought a ticket for myself. Because at the end of the day, I love the Panthers, win, lose or tie. But as much as I love the Panthers, I'm expecting much better effort than what I saw today, than what I've seen throughout the season. In my own opinion, and this is my own opinion, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the whole, the Carolina Panthers is the whole. And right now, as I mentioned, now 5-9, 14 games in the season. I can only count, ladies and gentlemen, 3, maybe 4 games where I thought the Panthers gave it a great effort. Let's give it to you. The game against the Green Bay Packers, the Panthers' effort was really well. The game against the Titans that they won, effort was great. The road game against the Houston Texans, the effort was outstanding. And the London game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the effort was great. Outside of these games, effort wasn't good enough. Sure, the Panthers won some games, but the effort wasn't good enough. When you look It's the reason the Panthers are 5-9, not making the playoff, obviously. More than likely looking at the top 10 draft pick, which honestly is the best thing that could happen to this team right now for so many reasons. But when you look at the reason why the Panthers are 5-9, 3 areas I can point to. Number 1, effort. Number 2, defense cannot stop anyone on the ground and struggling in the air. Number 3, Kyle Allen. And I get it. Kyle Allen is a very young quarterback. I get all of that. But at the same time, as a quarterback, you have to improve your game from week in, week out. And unfortunately, with Kyle Allen, for whatever reason, he simply does not get it. You cannot, as a quarterback, throw the ball straight into the middle when no one is open. You're asking for trouble. It's going to be picked up. Kyle Allen, reading of the play is not good enough. When he feels the pressure, instead of moving in the pocket left, right, north, south, east, west, he takes a sack, or even worse, he throws an interception. That, my friend, is inexcusable, no matter if you're a first-year quarterback, a rookie quarterback, or a 17-year-old quarterback, veteran, about to retire. That is inexcusable. And you know what? The Carolina Panthers have all themselves to blame, and I put a lot of the blame on general manager Marty Ernie. The Panthers, in the offseason last year, could have signed a veteran quarterback, Josh McCown, from Charlotte, on Friday's night during the high school football season. He coached Myers Park quarterback. I'm pretty sure Josh McCown would have loved to be a Carolina Panther, and I'm pretty sure Josh McCown could have played much better than Kyle Allen. But no, the Carolina Panthers decided to roll with Kyle Allen. And you see what we got? We got a garbage quarterback who doesn't understand that you have to improve week in and week out. And the defense, yeah, I get it. K1 Short is on injury reserve. Dantari Poe, he's on injury reserve. But here's the issue. Like I stated, 2 things. Number 1, who plays, you must play better. I don't care what is your name. You got to play better. End of story. No excuse. This is your job. This is your job, and you're not doing a good enough job. Every day, every game that you play against an opponent, except against the Houston Texans and the Saints and the Buccaneers, the Titans, for most part of the game, you're making a running back look like future Hall of Fame. That, my friend, is embarrassing. That cannot happen. Where is the pride? Where is the pride, Carolina Panthers? Where it is? Because I don't see it on the field on Sundays. I don't. And I get it. There are injuries. But even when Dantari Poe was healthy, the Panthers still could not stop the run. And I'm sure some might say, oh, maybe it's because they're playing 3-4 defense. Maybe. But you know what? I don't care what kind of defense you're going to play. You can play 3-4, 4-3. You can play the Mickey Mouse defense. The Mickey Mouse defense. If you want to call it Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Or you name it. And that is still inexcusable not to stop the run. Too many times. The Carolina Panthers are allowing a running back to run for 6, 7, 8 yards before they make a play, if they make a play. And the frustrating part, the running backs that they are facing off, the vast majority of them are not a pretty good running back. They are not. We are not talking about the Hall of Fame running back. We are talking about backup running back. We are talking about unknown players. But guess what? If you cannot tackle them, then all of a sudden you're making them a Hall of Fame. That is inexcusable. The end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we Carolina Panthers fans, every game, every day, regular season not, game or not, we always say keep pounding. Keep pounding means keep fighting on. Keep giving all you got. And I seriously have to ask myself, if the Carolina Panthers through 9 defeat have given all they got, in my opinion, outside of the Saints game, the Packers game, where the defense overall played pretty well, outside of these 2 defeats and the Tampa Bay defeat week 2, which you can say, you can make a case for the defense that they played pretty well, and the Rams games in week 1. Outside of these 4 games, the effort, if I had to put a percentage on it, it would be negative, in the negative range. That is how fed up I am with this defense. And it's time someone on this team apologize. Apologize to the fan base. Apologize. Be a man. Stand up in front of the camera and say, listen, we are not doing what we're supposed to do. We are not giving it 110% effort. I'm embarrassed. I want to apologize to the fan base. Will this make the result go away? Not. It will not. Panthers season is over. They're playing for the draft. They're not playing for pride. Forget about the pride. They don't care about it. They don't care about it whatsoever. They're playing for the draft. They're tanking, which is fine. Because guess what? If I'm David Tepper, and I'm not, I seriously make serious overall on this defense. And sure, guys like Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson, Vernon Butler, who's been played light out this season overall, should be fine. Eric Reed, more than likely, should be fine. Trey Boston should be brought back. But outside of these players, and Brian Bales, the Spider-Man, who's a rookie, outside of these players, I seriously have to look at the mirror and say, do all of you guys, the rest of you, deserve to be back or not? And sure, you can make a case Mario Addison should be back based off his sacks numbers, and I get that. But when I look at the overall picture, I see a team that is mediocre on defense. I see a team that doesn't care. I see a team that is effortless. And that, my friend, is the extreme frustrating part about the defense. Because here's the deal. It's very difficult to win games in the NFL. We all know that. You're playing against opponent while trying to win as much as you are. It's difficult to do that. It's difficult to win games. And I get that. You're not going to win every game. And I can accept losing as a fan. But I cannot accept mediocre effort. That is really something that need to be looked at in the mirror in the off-season. And the players who are not playing out, you know you are. I don't have to call you out. You know you are, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should absolutely be embarrassed. Because, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you have a job, and you are not doing a good enough job. And the only saving grace for you is that there are 2 weeks left. Because otherwise, you would have been out of the door immediately. So take this as a learning lesson, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't play out, you shouldn't play. And the same applies for Kyle Allen. If you keep making the same stupid mistakes, you should sit on the bench and learn that you cannot repeat the same mistake again and again. Because at the end of the day, this is not practice. Practice We are talking about practice. No, I'm not talking about practice. I'm talking about the real game. You have a job to do. You have to improve from week in and week out. The excuse, oh, I cannot put the team in the bad position. Oh, I need to learn. Oh, I need to do that. I get that. But as a fan, I'm sick and tired of your excuse, Kyle Allen. I've defended you before. If you do a good job, I'm going to defend you. But right now, in my opinion, the only place you should be is at the bench for the final 2 games of the regular season. Maybe then you can watch closely and see that you cannot make the same stupid mistake again and again and expect to put the Carolina Panthers in position to win. Because right now, the way you are playing, you are in serious jeopardy of not coming back next season, even though your salary is extremely affordable for a starting quarterback or for a backup quarterback in the NFL. And I don't wish harm on you. I wish you all the best, Kyle Allen. I wish all the best for the defensive players who I mentioned should be cut. But at the end of the day, Kyle Allen, if I was David Tepper, I would seriously consider cutting you right now because you are not showing any sign of improvement. You keep making exactly the same stupid mistake again and again. And that cannot continue anymore. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, after another defeat, 5-9, the Panthers, we have the draft to look forward to. 2 more weeks of this miserable nightmare season. Shaquille Bartal is signing off.